Alright guys, the new meta ship is out. Scharnhorst is now available for those that want to get a new meta ship to your collection. So today's video we're going to be talking about the next meta ship and how she performs and all that jazz for people that are curious as to how this ship is going to be. So I don't have her maxed out right now. I should be working on these skills, but I'm not. Well, let's go do that real quick though, before someone's gonna ask. Let's talk about her skills. Right. So I don't have her maxed out, so we're gonna use the good old wiki to discuss about her kit and whatnot. Right. So stat wise, it is very similar to her sister, which literally is identical, except like maybe some firepower differences and torpedo differences, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same thing. So, nothing much crazy over there. It's just battle cruiser, pretty good health, sizable, everything else, just regular stats across the board. Now, in terms of gear, now BB guns, 130%. That's like a little bit below, but battle cruiser, what can you do about it? The new stuff here is that she can equip torpedoes. So it's kind of like Odin in the sense that she has no secondary auxiliaries for like light cruiser guns or destroyer guns, but what she does have is a torpedo slot. So that is very, very unique. That makes it pretty good for just like wave clearing and whatnot. So very interesting kit there. And as for anti-air, it's just regular anti-air. I don't think there's anything covered for that. So just basic stats. She can use torpedoes, which is interesting, and that's pretty much it for in terms of basic gear loadout and whatnot. So in terms of skills, let's talk about skills right here. Dual snipe every 15 seconds fires a level 1 barrage up until level 10. Precise shot inflicting a special armor break status on enemies hit for 10 seconds. Damage is based on skills level. When an enemy enters the defensive range, triggers a level 1 to 10 barrage with a 5-second cooldown based on the skills level. So this skill right here has armor break. Now I don't think it stacks with like New Jersey and whatnot, so it's a pretty unique one, but I don't think it stacks with like every other armor break. It might. Gotta check on that, but for the most part, not bad right there. A lot of barrages, a lot of this skill right here easily has like two kinds of skill level type barrages, so that's very interesting. So this right here is very, very good for just like single target mob, not single target, but like single ship mob clearing. The reason why is because if you guys don't know, she has torpedo slots, right? So torpedoes means she fires it out and it's gonna hit something, right? Surely it's gonna hit something. So very good ship for that department, and just a lot of barrages across the board. I'll probably post the barrages how they look like on the screen. If not, I don't have any samples of them, but if I do, I'll show it to you guys. Otherwise, this right here, just a lot of barrages, right? I think we're like, if you guys don't know, Azure Lane is in this process of everything must have a barrage. It doesn't matter what kind of ship it is, everyone must have like 2 or 3 barrages at this stage of the game, because it's all about proc. And it feels bad for the people with weak phones because now your screen is cluttered with particles all over the place. So that's always fun, right? So very defensive, a lot of barrages. When I see barrages, I think of a lot of wave clear. So as always, good for mobbing. Now, Blazing Blitz increases range of torpedoes equipped to this ship to 125, not bad, and improves the spread pattern. When this ship fires her torpedoes, 100% chance to perform an additional level 10 up to level 10 barrage based on skills levels. So this is here right again. Torpedoes, pretty good, right? So I'm pretty sure for her you want to equip like fast torpedoes to get the most value out of that second skill right there. So again, more wave clearing stuff, not bad. A range of 125, very solid. And then just more barrages, more spray patterns for torpedoes, and just barrage. Everything must have like a billion barrage nowadays, right, guys? So a lot of barrages. Third skill increases torpedo and anti-air by 10% at the start of the battle. If there are other Iron Bloods or Meta ships in the same fleet as this one, the ship takes 5% less damage and gains up to 12% firepower. If this condition is not met, 15 seconds after the battle starts, it generates a shield for the frontmost ship of the Vanguard fleet that blocks up to 10 shots. So if you're really gonna use Scharnhorst meta, the first skill is not gonna be that good. The 12% firepower is amazing as always, but okay, I'm not saying you don't want to use her in a full fleet, but because this skill right here gives her flexibility, right? But because of her kit and how she has torpedoes, you kind of want to use her for like 1-1 setup fleet farming because she's really good at just barrages and torpedo spamming stuff. So she's really good there. Now, if you do the 1-1 setup like I told you about, the frontmost ship, she gets blocked for 10 shots. So really good for ships that just want to do 1-1 farming, because then if you don't have an Iron Blood or you don't have a meta ship in the Vanguard slot in the front, let's say you're using like Toshken or something, right? Then she gets a shield, and she doesn't fit this requirement, so it's pretty good, right? And the fourth skill, when fighting humanoid siren fleets or boss fleet, increases ship's firepower and accuracy by 8%. Very solid. So, in terms of this ship's setup, now I'm not a fan that she doesn't have a light cruiser slot because that's a decrease in firepower altogether. But because she has a torpedo slot, it's pretty cool. It's very gimmicky as well too. I know another PR ship like Odin has this similar setup where they have a battleship gun and then torpedo slot, and Odin's pretty solid as well too. So I say she's really good for just 1-1 farming. Now I know 1-1 farming isn't like the grand scheme of things nowadays compared to like a year or two ago. But it is good for, like, let's say you want to do event farming or something, then it's pretty good there. It's pretty good for that. And you want to use her in 1-1 setup because of this skill right here. It can block the Vanguard's fleet for 10 shots. That's very good. Not saying the first skill is not bad because you get 5% damage reduction and 12% firepower, which is good. Combined with this, up to 12% or 20% firepower, that is very good. But I would use her in a mob setup because she has so many barrages, and I'm pretty sure these barrages aren't like the biggest hitters. Like, they're probably like paper damage and whatnot, or like very weak damage. So having a lot of barrages usually means for mob setups, because mob setups or mob fleets don't have that much health. So she's gonna be really good there. I can definitely see her being used in 1-1 setup a lot. And I mean, a lot of meta ships nowadays are just used for like farming because not a lot of them are like really good for bossing, but a lot of them are good for mobbing. Just like pretty much every ship nowadays in this game is pretty good for mobbing. She's no different, but I say for her kit, because she has some great utility with the torpedo slots and the generating shield and whatnot for this ship that you're going to use for Vanguard. It's not bad. Now, you wouldn't want to use her in a torpedo, or not torpedo, suicide bomber map, because she doesn't have really a lot of defensive like utility, because she doesn't have a secondary slot for auxiliaries. It's because she has torpedoes. So if you find a map where there isn't suicide bombers, she's really good with just spamming everything, barrages, torpedoes, and she won't get yeeted, I guess, from suicide bombers. She's pretty good there. So compared to most meta ships, not bad. I think this one's pretty good, pretty good. So let me guys know what you guys think. Not bad meta ship. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.